Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Desy Ayurianti and my number is 10. In this video, I would like to explain 4 points. The first is reviewing about my hardware of my laptop. The second is 3 unique software applications that install on my laptop. The third is 2 multimedia accessories. And the last is internet connection that I use for my laptop. So in here, I use Asus VivoBook laptop with type X409U7. And almost every day, I use my laptop to support my study and my hobby in editing videos and audio. The specification of Asus VivoBook type X409U7 are equipped by Intel Core i3 7th generation, 4GB of RAM, and 512GB SSD, Windows 10 with 64-bit, and 2 types of graphic card. For the processor, this laptop is still use Intel Core i3 in 7th generation. Besides that, this laptop has 3MB of smart case, but even this laptop is using Intel Core i3, this laptop is still enough to support me to study in informatics engineering. For the memory, this Asus have a 4GB RAM DDR4 single channel, so it means there is another slot that actually I can turn up the RAM until 8GB and higher, but until now I'm still not upgraded, so it's still 4GB and single channel. For the graphic card, there are 2 graphic cards in this laptop. First is Intel HD Graphics 620 and the second is NVIDIA GeForce MX 230. Both of them can do switching, so if there is not a big graphic, it use Intel HD graphic. If there is a big graphic, it switch and it use NVIDIA GeForce MX 230. Asus VivoBook X409U7 is using polycarbonate material for the body, and the design is very basic and simple with slate gray color. The thickness is 2.31 cm and the weight is 1.47 kilograms. The display of this laptop is 14-inch and equipped with Nano Edge display, so the design between screen and bezel is thin, so I can get a bigger size of the screen. And this laptop have a standard camera on the top of the display with 480p 30fps. For the keyboard, this laptop is using a chiclet keyboard, so in the corner of the keyboard is rounded. There is also a touchpad that is really comfort because the position is parallel with the spacebar. Besides that, we can see on the corner of the touchpad, there is a fingerprint sensor, so we can open this laptop by using fingerprint without input our password. Let's move on to the second point, and it's about software application. The first software application is Notion. Notion is one of my favorite applications that install on my laptop because this app is all-in-one workspace that we can do journaling, write plans, and tracking our to-do list. Usually, when I have an idea or task from college, I use this app and use tracking to-do list features because it can make me easier to organize what I have to do and maximize my idea until it is done. The second application is IntelliJ IDEA. This application helps me to study programming because in this app we can write the program code. If there is a fault in writing the syntax, this application can directly inform what is the fault by showing us the red mark. Besides that, this application can run the program without command prompt, so I don't need to open command prompt to run the program. The third application that I think it is unique is Flogorithm. As an IT student, this application I think is very useful because I can make flowchart easier than if I make it in Microsoft Word. In this application, we can check the flowchart that we made before, whether it is correct or not. Besides that, after I make the flowchart, it can transfer into many language program. Next, Let's move on to the third topics, and it is about multimedia accessories. The first multimedia accessories is webcam. I use webcam SPCWC02 and I bought it in 200,000 rupiahs. I choose this webcam because it is equipped by 2-lens Full HD, wide angle, microphone hole, port USB, and it can rotate 360 degrees. Using this webcam is very easy because we don't need to install any application and we just need to plug the USB in USB port. I use this to make a better performance when I have meeting class in Zoom or Google Meet. The last multimedia that I usually use is cooling pad. Actually, I got this cooling pad when I bought my laptop. So the quality is not the best, but I think it's enough to support my laptop. The design is also simple with transparent color and it's equipped with blue lamp. I always use this cooling pad when I use my laptop to avoid overheat and make a better performance on it. Besides that, this cooling pad is used for putting my laptop and it makes me comfort because the eye level is getting better, so that it can avoid me to have a neck pain. Now let's move on to the internet connection. For the internet connection, I use Wi-Fi at my home and I choose to be a customer of IndiHome. The speed in downloading is 10.38 Mbps and the speed in uploading is 3.84 Mbps. And I think it's a normal speed and I feel that my Wi-Fi is not really slow even I live in a small city. I think that's all from me. I'm sorry if there's a lot of mistakes in here. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.